I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
Hi guys, we are doing Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers from 1989. 1 year exactly after the events of Halloween 4. It stars Danielle Harris again as Jamie Lloyd, also making, not so that we'll get into this about that, her side of things, about the fact that she didn't last the movie. It was also the girl who played Rachel, Ellie Cornell, is in this. And Donald Pleasance is again back as the ever-crazy Dr. Loomis.
Especially crazy in this one.
This is the one where he's completely loopy. Yeah. He's pushed over the edge in this. It was written, and this might tell you how bad, give you some reflection about how bad the film is. It was written by Michael Jacobs, Dominic Offen-Gerard, and Shem Bitterman. And it was directed by Dominique Offen-Gerard. I believe he's Swiss-French, this guy who directed it. He also directed a film called After Darkness, which I don't know about. I don't know if you guys do.
Sounds like a naughty film. Yeah.
Omen 4 or 5, because I don't know Roman numerics. It's
4 is a 1 and a V.
Yeah, that's the one. Omen 4, The Awakening.
Oh God, the daughter one. Oh,
which I've never seen in my life. I didn't even know there was
an Omen 4. It's a TV movie and it's utter shit. Save yourself some time.
That's just 2 credits, by the way. He's done a lot of films, but that's just 2 that I thought that, as it's the genre, I'll stick those in. The budget for this, because I've always been curious, was $5 million at the time.
Really? Where the fuck did it go?
No idea. That's still not a lot of money, even for the 80s, actually. And yeah, 5 million, and it made 11 million in the box office. Fucking hell, I didn't even know it made that.
I don't know what's more surprising, that it cost that much or that it made that much.
I think it's
especially in 1989. Everything was out in 1989.
I'm amazed that it made over double, and I didn't.
Was that worldwide or was that just domestically in the States?
That's domestic, I think.
Oh, that's not even worldwide. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think that's only most of these are based on domestic.
That's just the States then, yeah. So
that's.
God knows what it would have made worldwide, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was quite shocked by that. And it also starred Don Shanks as Michael Myers. He's one-off part as Myers.
It wasn't bad, to be fair.
And Wendy Kaplan as everyone's favourite Tina.
Oh, fucking airhead.
So we'll get on to Tina, as we go along, because that's more or less blew people's minds when they saw her. Yeah.
Where to begin with this? I'm telling you.
The opening segment, the credits, and you've got this fast-paced, like cutting going on. And at first, you don't really understand what's happening. I didn't, because it was so close up and so quick cut. Ends up when it pans back, it's someone carving a pumpkin. Yeah. But it was really quite good, that, and the music was like building up slowly. You could hear the Halloween theme like coming up slowly, and then going into that flashback scene that we get at the end of Halloween 4. I thought that wasn't bad, actually.
That was a good bit.
Different.
That was a good bit. I actually wrote that down. Nice bit of misdirection in the opening.
It was, because I couldn't tell because it was so manic. You couldn't tell really what it was at first.
It was remiss of us to not mention the sound design on this thing. It wasn't bad. There were times when the piano was kind of intrusive of some of the dialogue, especially when a kill scene was happening. But in terms of the main theme, I didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah. And again, that was Alan Howarth did the score.
Yeah.
And
it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad per se. It was just like everything else in the movie. It didn't really work, It wasn't, distracting, but it didn't work in creating the same kind of atmosphere that Halloween 1 or Halloween 2 created.
Yep.
There were a few moments where it was fairly effective. There was like the electronic sounds that was in there, like all that. Some of that worked well. Gave it a bit of menace, but I know what you mean. It's when you're presented with something that's not visually great to start with, how do you improve it with sound? Sometimes,
you don't.
Even the best composer can't, make something look great, sound great. If it's not great to start with. But,
point number 1, you have a recap of the ending.
End of Halloween 4,
Halloween 4. That's 2 minutes of the movie, taking up right away what you already know.
A couple of new shots in there as well.
Yeah.
POV with Donald Pleasance holding Jamie, and a new shot of Bo Starr throwing a stick of dynamite down the shaft, because that wasn't in there.
He was well shafted.
He was, and he just narrowly misses the explosion, amazingly,
So essentially, he goes down the main shaft, and next minute he's floating down the river. What the fuck?
There's a river under there,
Yeah.
There's a river runs through it,
Hated that movie as well.
And amazingly, he's had a regeneration from being shot, because his mask completely changed.
I guess the Bill Shatner mask wasn't applicable back then.
Yeah.
So basically, he floats down this riverbank and ends up at this tramps. What do you call it? Treehouse, or
like a little hobo or something. This guy with a parrot. Yeah. And
so we're supposed to believe he's in a coma for a full year.
We're supposed to believe that somebody takes him in and nurses him back to health. I mean, how stupid.
Mate, I know you might be a tramp, you might be homeless, but you're from Hattonfield. You know how about this guy?
Exactly.
Ding dong, dumb dick. Oh, man. So
the fact he's lying in this guy's cabin for a whole bloody year. I mean, he didn't eat anything, he didn't drink nothing.
So
traumatized.
While he's fucking recuperating for this full year, you've got Daniel Harris, who was probably the best thing about this fucking movie. Shut up, phone. Who is basically now a mute.
Yes.
In a kid's mental institution.
Yeah.
And apparently she didn't kill the stepmother, she just injured them. What?
Yeah. I think the mute thing was trying to get on the lines of like how Michael was when he was a kid. He didn't speak, did he? When Loomis was looking after, he never said a word. So I think they were trying to go down those lines a bit.
No, but that was like the one thing that might have made that movie like interesting or anything. This idea of the girl taking up the mantle of Michael Myers.
Yeah.
And I backtracked on that. And apparently,
to be fair, while that would have been interesting, that would have also been jumping the fucking shark. For me,
I could have hindered it a lot as well. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
You can't have however old she was at the time being the. It's not like Chucky where it's a doll possessed. You can't have a kid running about as a serial killer.
No, but she could at least have been his apprentice or something like that. I mean.
Oh no, that's Star Wars of a different color. But so essentially, she's having these nightmares. She's her sleep patterns being monitored, and she wakes up during this thunderstorm during the night, and happens to coincide with the same night that he wakes up for the coma. We have flashings of hands, and you get this sense of psychic ability or a psychic link.
Yeah.
And that's the first time you see the thing that, although they didn't have a clue where they were going with it, that happens in Halloween 6.
Oh God, the form thing.
They were left with that bloody thing to have to clear up that storyline because they didn't even know what the hell that meant.
Yeah. The form drawing.
The form symbol on his wrist when he's clenching like that, when he's lying down. That's the first time we see that.
Cut of the form, falling my ass, smell like.
And he sadly beats up the old boy and throws him around like a toy. Yeah.
Holy crap, how's that for fucking gratitude? This old fella's nursing back to hell for a year. You son of a bitch, And
that guy,
and it's like, thanks but no thanks. Bang.
So he's off. He's
we're off to the races. He's woke back up.
He has awoken. Yes.
And it's Halloween again in Hattonfield. And so Jamie's convulsing. She gets took to the operating theatre because the doctors think she's dying. And next minute, old creepy Uncle Wemyss just pops up in the middle of a surgery and goes, "No, don't touch her." That was kind of creepy.
Yeah, it's the way
so that creepy old uncle you didn't want to come in at Christmas.
No, she will recover.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, she will stabilise. He says.
That's what I'm going to call him in this movie. Creepy Uncle Wemyss, because that's what he was in this, man. I'm sorry. Donald Pleasance is a fucking phenomenal actor, but...
Yeah, there's some scenes in this was like, it's very dodgy.
He was beyond help in this movie, man, old Wemyss, I'll tell you.
With little Danielle especially, like, it's getting
Everyone
rougher.
in that movie acts so badly. I think Donald Pleasance just was a nice British gentleman and tried not to show them up too much, and, you know...
So I just phoned it in. Okay, so I can do this too, yeah.
Jesus, it's the only thing that explains that.
It was some really, really, like, fairly uncomfortable scenes, certainly in the early part of it. And
so, we're introduced to Rachel again. Unfortunately, it was one of the better things about Halloween 4.
Yes.
And she gets 20 minutes here.
Yeah. She wasn't too happy about that. In interviews.
Why accept the role to come back if you're just going to...
She said it was such a cop-out killing for her. She would have put up more of a struggle and a thing with him, especially when
a pair of fucking scissors. Come on!
You know, he just got her so easily with the scissors and on the shoulder. Originally, they were going to shove the scissors down her throat.
Yeah,
it was going to be original killing there.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that would have been a bit better, but I mean, you know.
But you'd imagine somebody who'd gone through the last Halloween movie. And knows what Michael Myers is doing and whatever, would not be that stupid.
I can survive a falling from a house roof, but I'm going to get killed by a pair of scissors.
Exactly.
What the actual fuck?
She would have been much more proactive had it been written right. She would have given chase. She would have tried to fight back, considering what she went through in the last one.
Yeah, she was too busy being naked in the shower shouting at the dog.
She was a bit more vulnerable than being naked, but I mean, I think she still would have tried something, I
don't think modesty would have been an issue at that point.
At that point, you're just fighting for your life, aren't you? So I think she was just disappointed in the fact that she didn't go out kind of like with more of heroism, and that she went out so early, I can understand.
So, shock horror, Bo Starr is back.
He is, yeah.
And he doesn't exactly seem very much affected by the death of his daughter, does it? It's like,
He gets mad every time she gets mentioned.
She got mentioned once.
Twice.
Twice? Yeah, well.
Yeah, Loomis mentions her twice, and he loses his shit every time.
So, Rachel ends up at the psychiatric ward to visit Jamie after her
is that when
episode of the night before.
Is this when our favourite Tina comes in?
And then airhead bitch Tina shows up with Max the dog through the window.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Max the dog.
He's prop for Max the dog, the one actor in this movie that wasn't god awful. He was playing a dog after all. Yeah. But
I'll get on to Max the dog later on.
The actress who played Tina, what was her name?
Her name was Wendy Kaplan.
And on the one hand, I feel sorry for her because there was some scenes she was fine.
Yeah. And
then there were scenes with dialogue it was god awful, and I'm like, that poor chick kind of knows she's coming or gone with this character, man. You're like, ooh.
Well, in the behind the scenes, she's all excited about the director allowing her to bring so much of her own personality to the character, and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
She was annoying as hell, but she wasn't annoying all the way through the movie for me. It was just the way, like when she's in the barn, trying to find the cat. I hear you, but I can't see you. You're like, oh God. You're like,
it's like
that's cringeworthy stuff.
When she's doing that stupid dance and saying that ad-lib thing. Oh,
and the whole, oh God, oh yeah.
What are you talking about? Was that ad-libbed or was that in the script or what?
She must have been smoking a roach or something. Yeah, I don't know.
This is just horrendous at that point.
I know, but I mean, this is like the flaky best friend cliche taken.
Which is fine if done right.
Yes.
That's when done right.
Yes. But
it wasn't.
No. No, Not at all.
Not
Yeah.
at all.
Who was the other blonde who ended up?
Oh, there was another girl in there. I can't remember her name now. Yeah.
You know, she ended up getting, banged on the head. And
Tamara, I think her name is. Tamara Glynn, is it? Is it? I'm not sure.
Although at the time, I wasn't sure if she was banging a guy or a dog. He had a preference to go rough a lot. And I went,
wasn't Max.
Fuck am I watching?
The psychic thing, as you said, we mentioned before, it comes into play at all. It's an awful lot in this film, actually.
It's the centre point of the movie, basically.
Jamie can sort of foresee when he's around, knowing damn well that Myers is in the house where Rachel is.
Yep.
Doing his usual, staring from a distance,
creeping around.
Yeah. And warns. They get a hold of Jamie, don't they, on the phone? He says, "Look, just leave the house, get out."
They get hold of Rachel. Yep.
So she runs out in a towel out into the front there, and there's a guy around the corner, mowing the hedges or something. Yep. She runs into him. So he probably thought to himself, "Good morning." Yeah.
Hello, neighbour. Will you be my neighbour? Yeah.
Nice to see you. Yeah.
Nice to see that much of you.
Nice to see you. Nice.
Yeah, there you go. Hello, boys. How can I help you?
He was actually really good. He didn't actually make a comment on it, which is unusual for films like that. Normally they'd be like.
Well, I think he was slightly older as well, wasn't he? So, yeah.
So he showed incredible restraint in that, yeah.
Maybe vocally, but no elsewhere.
And Max comes along, I think, with... this is a bit I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Max comes running down... Because they lose Max for a while. Or am I jumping ahead a wee bit? It doesn't really matter.
No, this is a bit where the dog gets out, and then the cops get called. And then
Max comes running down the street... If you look closely, he's got Michael Myers' mask in his mouth.
Oh.
So what the hell is he doing with that? When Myers was outside there with the mask on, prior to that, roaming around the house.
There's a few of them masks, to be fair.
It's the same one, though. It's the same Myers mask. If you look carefully, you can see it. It's in his mouth.
Uh-huh. I didn't see that.
What's he doing with that? I just don't. I mean, you never see that.
Maybe he threw it like a frisbee, got rid of the dog so he could get in the house. I don't know.
It's really odd. It's really odd why he's got that. I don't get that bit. But he doesn't play into anything in it again. But but these cops, man, what the hell are they about?
Oh, fucking Beavis and Butthead. Oh, Jesus Christ.
And they even got their clown music.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, it's a bulk and skull for the Power Rangers, isn't it?
They're putting fucking like Hanna-Barbera cartoon sounds in there.
Yeah.
What exactly? What was their fate?
That,
Because last I seen, they were shouting at somebody. They were shouting at Myers with a rake when they came at the barn.
Yeah.
And then you never seen them again. You didn't even see them die on screen.
No, they killed them. You obviously got them though.
Yeah.
Oh, they got them. I must have missed that. But I was so bored with
them. He must have got them. He was standing right outside.
Somebody says something about them being killed. I think Tina finds their bodies or something like that. When she runs.
Yeah, that's right. I think there is a bit where she later on where she comes. She calls them for help and opens the door up, and they're all lying, hanging out a bit dead.
Yeah.
Interesting notion, though. You mentioned bodies.
Yeah.
He's coming and collecting them this time.
Yeah.
And moving them to the obviously later on you see them in the house and around with the candle.
He's got a little shrine in there, yeah. It's very much like what he did in the first film, because he had Judith Myers.
Although I got to say,
and all that.
Mikey, Tina's Danny Zuko want-to-be boyfriend.
Jesus.
Badly
done, cliche.
I'm glad he went. He was raked in anyway.
Yeah, he gave him a good one right in the head, didn't he? With that.
Yeah. So, what a dick.
Nice car, though.
I'll give him that. Yeah.
But I did love the fact that he loved it so much, and he told everyone to fuck off it. I love the fact when Myers went and scratched it right down the side.
Trick or treat, mother. Yeah.
Have that, mate. How do you like?
Yeah, no, I went all quick.
That was the point when I was actually cheering Myers.
There were quite a few points where I was cheering it.
Make his day. Go on.
Oh man.
Yeah. But
yeah.
Somebody else who creeped me out in this a wee bit, and I don't know how it was intentional, was, you know, the nurse at the hospital who always doted on Jamie Lee.
Yeah.
Mm.
You're like, she just creeped the hell out of me for some reason. I don't know why.
Did she?
She just seemed off, you know,
maybe she was just a bit slightly
cuddly and
slightly
it
overbearing.
was almost like a Hispanic nurse Ratchet. You're like,
yeah. She was okay, I suppose, but yeah, it might have been moments where she was like, you know, don't smother the girl, you know.
Not the most professionally acting nurse on the planet, no.
Yeah. You know, she probably had to get her seeds done before her green card got checked, you know.
George Wilbur actually did a few stunts in this film, but he just did Myers. He did do a couple of stunts, I believe. He's on the stunts. He's on the stumps list.
The stumps list.
All right. Mentioned we shout out to, what was the kid's name? Billy?
Oh, little Billy, yeah.
He wasn't god awful. There's a danger if you get too many kid actors, you could end up with one.
Yeah, there was a.
You know, but this movie was so shit, you couldn't exactly blame the kids. So
no, I wouldn't blame the children for it at all. I think it's the adults I've got a problem with. Yeah.
I just never could figure out why these kids are in that hospital. I mean, Jamie, I kind of get, you know, taking, you know,
having some type of illness, that's written, but no divulge what they are. Yeah.
The boy apparently just had a stutter. So what you can do locked up in a.
Do you think maybe he might have had like spectrum? He might have had
autism,
ADHD,
yeah. But not enough to put him in an asylum.
But no, of course not. No.
Back then it might have been. These days they're just drug kids. Back then, if they don't know what it was, there's some pills or.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, but I don't think it was that was. They had names like that for those illnesses then.
Like different names. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they were recognised so much. But there's a funny, really weird bit where the girls they're out in the park or something, and I don't know if it was just bad direction or whether he was learning his lines at the time or what, and they just happened to film it. But you see Myers just walking around quite happily in the open, where this tree is behind them, and they don't spot him. And he's just wandering around, pacing up and down. I thought, is this just badly directed or what?
Really
cut. So odd.
Yeah.
It just didn't seem right.
Maybe we're just supposed to think that it's Halloween and people dress up as Michael Myers and walk through the streets of Haddonfield. I don't know.
Yeah. It was a really odd moment, that, because it just seems so out of place.
So anyway,
walking up and down there.
We get to a point where obviously Myers has disposed of Danny Zuko with a rake.
Oh yeah.
He's commandeered the vehicle, and he's picked up Tina.
Yeah, he's put this old. He's changed his mask. He's got this like old man mask on it. That actually was more creepy than the Myers mask, I thought.
Yeah, well,
more effective. Yeah.
And she's standing there. Michael, open the door, and I'm like.
You ship it, bitch. Enough with the side boob and open the door yourself. Yeah, you know. Yeah.
And he's really pissed in this scene, isn't he?
Just a tad, yeah.
The way he looks at her over like that, and he's like clenching the wheel.
I'm surprised she got to the 7-Eleven gas station without getting plugged, to be fair. You know?
Well, to be fair, I mean, if I had to drive around with her talking to me, I would probably be pissed as well. And
probably end up having to throttle her. Yeah,
absolutely.
And now to a section that really pissed me off. Obviously, it was later on in the film, after the whole barn fraughts and all the rest of it, and raked through people with rubbers on and all the rest of it. Jamie and Billy have obviously caught up with Tina.
Yeah. And
once again, you have the most shittily shot, slowest ever car chase I have ever seen on any form of medium. And I'm like, okay, I know you don't want to purposely run out the kids or anybody in that scene, but you can shoot it in a way where it looks 10 times better than the crap I'm viewing here. Hello. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, that scene. Yeah. The one where.
Even earlier, when the cops get to the party, and the kids are putting up their little "oh, I'm getting killed by Michael Myers" stuff. If that's the shit they do every year in Haddonfield, I'm surprised they haven't had any shot teenagers or anything, because
Well, one gets shot in the fourth one,
Everyone's
the Anthelm
time. Yeah.
You had the Anthelm multi-part 4. They shot somebody, did they not?
No.
Yes. Oh yeah. But they didn't see him. Yeah. There was a few. That guy, wasn't it? Ted Hollister.
Ted Hollister.
Opened fire on him. Yeah, behind a gazebo or something.
Yeah. That's right.
But it seems to be the tradition that every time there's a Halloween and Myers comes back, everyone wants to dress up as him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is not a good idea.
No.
I'm surprised they still have Halloween in that town. I thought they banned it or something.
I think they want to boycott it, really, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
But getting back to creepy Uncle Loomis.
Oh yeah.
He's by this point he's just turning into body absolute madness. So he'll stop at anything. He's very abrupt with the kids. He's just
he is. Yeah.
You tell me, write it down. Yeah. Throwing cups around and smashing phones.
He's pretty fierce in this.
Yeah.
It's the most deranged I've ever seen him.
Yeah.
It's his most deranged performance, I think, in Halloween. I think after, because he's gone through so much that I think he's just like snapping point, basically.
Yeah.
But these it's interesting. Getting onto the killings, there was a few that were pretty interesting, because I think Bob Shanks was saying that he used to work in the farm, a farm, I think.
Right.
And so he was used to using like the tools that they used, cutting the equipment and everything like that. So you need to handle a scythe, a big scythe, and all that kind of stuff, and shears and things. So they incorporated those sort of things into the film, with the big rake going through the guy's back.
Yeah, how's that for a money shot?
He was pretty brutal in this, as Myers, actually. Yeah, he fuck around.
Some of the directing and some of the killing were pretty shitty, though. I mean, you barely noticed that Rachel's killing was through the shoulder because it cut so quickly. And then don't get me started.
She didn't. Yeah, so she could have survived that.
And don't get me started on the blonde chick after she took a pounding after the red guy. I mean, I assume she got decapitated, but you never saw it.
Yeah.
So that big thing, he went like that.
Yeah.
The blood splattering, but he must have taken the head clean off, I would have thought. Yeah. So they get so a few of them get they get wiped out pretty quick. The one thing about this film, and there's loads of things that you could pick about this film, but one thing that was really bizarre to me was that both films were shot in Salt Lake City, 4 and 5. But they didn't think or even try hard to get a house that even remotely resembled the Myers one. This thing looked like it was from the Munsters.
Could be, hence why it was on decapitated. Yeah, well, aye.
It looked like a flipping haunted castle, didn't it? Got the top bloody great big part of spires on it, and
you were expecting Ed Harris to pop it, going darn, 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 darn. Yeah,
the music to come on,
That's the Addams Family today.
Yeah, I know. But one of those houses looks really like that. I don't know if it was the Munsters or the Addams Family. One of those looked like this bloody thing. It probably was the same place.
Yeah, still there.
It's not Myers' house, for Christ's sake. What are you doing?
Maybe they did some remodeling.
Saving on the budget, yeah.
It was dreadful, mate. They used it as Rachel's house, I think, wasn't it? Was she in that one?
The red bric-a-brac one, yeah.
I think it was. And then they sort of dressed it down and like put tumbleweeds in there and aged it. And that was meant to be at Myers' house.
No one stayed here, Michael. Yeah,
it's the same flipping house. Because it looked awful.
I'll tell you what, one of my favourite scenes of this thing, probably one of the very few saving graces of this movie, was the scene with Daniel Harris is caught in the shaft.
Yeah.
I like that.
He's repeatedly banging the knife through, trying to establish he's climbing up the shaft. That was probably one of the best scenes about this movie.
Yeah.
She definitely was the MVP in that movie. She did well. Once she was allowed to talk, the mute things were a bit like,
yeah.
She did.
Yeah, that was kind of the first half of the movie when she couldn't speak. You're like, no, you can't go a full movie like this. It's just it'll no work.
It won't.
So they made the right call, having her speak halfway through.
Yeah.
Yeah, it picked up better with her than I thought. Yeah. Did you make any notes there? No. Do you want to say anything? Or
I'm trying to. I'm looking over the meager notes that I made, and it's just basically. I think I basically kept writing down how horrible the acting was, and that nurse needs to be shot, and that I actually cheered when Tina was killed.
No, hang on, was Tina killed?
Sorry.
She was cast off in an ambulance, but there was no cover error.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and like the first time that the atmosphere felt anything like a proper scary movie or whatever was when Jamie was chased around the hospital. But with all the boilers and stuff, it looked more like Nightmare on Elm Street than Halloween.
Yeah, it did have that vibe, funny enough, yeah. And it reminded me a bit of the film afterwards, 6, where there's a chase there with the mother in the house.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
But I took some notes here, and all I've written down is favourite moment of the movie when the credits rolled. But no, in all seriousness, the ending of this thing, it was, oh my God. Talk about a massacre at the cop shop.
I know.
This lame ass plot thread that was barely picked up on in the next movie with the mysterious guy in black. And,
the man in black, yeah.
And, he obviously busted them out, and hell, even Bo Starr get decapitated. Well, shot to fuck at the end. Even though I never saw him lying in that cop shop, but
blew the place up and everything. Open fire, and
you're basically you're left with a 10-year-old kid at the time screaming no, and you're like, what? That's it?
Another bit that didn't sit with me right, it was really jarring, and there was no need for them to do it, was the reveal of Michael Myers' face, virtually.
You know what?
They didn't need to do that. In fact, they did it twice in the film. They did it when he was lying down with the old boy, when he woke up again and he picks his mask up. You can see his face fairly clearly when he sits up and puts the mask back on. I don't know why they really had to do that.
On the one hand, I agree with you. The only props I can give him is I guess it was something different, but it was unnecessary, I guess. I suppose in defence of the end shot, it was dark enough, but by that time you'd seen it when he was in the tramp point, so you're like, oh, all right.
Well, it was kind of interesting moment when Jamie talks him into taking the mask off, because for a split second you think maybe he is redeemable, maybe there is something, and then boom, no.
He sheds a tear. You see a tear roll down his cheek, and I thought, would he really do that? Would he really?
Probably not.
Of course he wouldn't. He's completely emotional.
Again, it's part of this shit-ass trilogy that, thank God's been retconned. But
he would never be emotional about what he did.
No, but it kind of sets up this whole thing in the 6th where it's a curse and it's not really him doing it of his own free will.
Oh, piss off!
There's something inside him that doesn't want to do this.
Something inside so strong. Fuck off. Yeah. But my apologies for my language, but this movie's just so infuriating. I have to pass comment on the end scene, which led them being incarcerated in the cop shop. Where crazy Uncle Loomis basically goads them to come and take the little girl. That's not creepy at all in 2018, Yeah, he
was like really absolutely manic at this point, wasn't he? Here she is. You know,
yeah. Take her, away you go. Yeah, no, it's Michael Myers, no freaking Jimmy Savile. Hello, but
well over the top in that point. Yeah.
Just a tad, yeah. But no, so it basically goes into this open space. I know there was a chandelier with a net with chains that came down.
Yeah.
Of some type, and then it was a case of
he pulled a lever or something. The big chain net.
And then it was tranquilizer gun, and then just proceeded to beat the absolute bejesus out of him with a baseball bat until he had a fucking heart attack. What?
Yeah. Die, he says, die. My God.
Why don't we both die? Okay.
I mean,
die.
This whole idea of that there's this evil person who won't die, who's indestructible. He has a big fucking knife, and you walk upright. You know, Michael, come on, let's talk about this. Like what?
Let's talk about our feelings. No, exactly. Man, I'll throw you off the stairs. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, would you really walk up to him like that?
No, I wouldn't advise it.
And it wasn't even that. It was the bit where he's talking to him face to face, and he's like looking away and looking back, looking away and looking back, and I'm like, he's got a fucking knife in his hand. What are you doing?
Exactly.
Come with me. He's putting his hand out to take him, to give him a walk.
Yeah.
Come with me. Everything's all right.
Let's talk about our feelings. Yeah.
Not unless you want your head cut off or something, you know.
My God!
And how does we spoke about this before, Graham? I mean, how the hell does Loomis survive so many attacks from Myers? He got a knife put through his throat.
I have no idea because Donald Pleasant keeps wanting a paycheck.
He got thrown through a window last time round. He got a scalpel in his stomach. He seems to survive. He survived.
And obviously, he's going to survive this stroke or heart attack or whatever he's had. But yeah,
he survived the fireball, and you know, from the second film. I mean, for God's sake, this man's just as indestructible as Myers. So, guys, let's try and find some redeeming qualities in this film. So let's see how we go with that. Noah, what bits did sort of like sit okay with you?
Well, once the girl was allowed to talk, which, by the way, nobody is even the slightest phased by. You know, she doesn't talk for a year, and then she starts talking, and everybody's like, "You're talking, nice." But once she started talking, she's given a pretty remarkable performance. So that was definitely a high point. And like Graham had said earlier, the bit when she's in the laundry chute or trash chute or wherever that is, and she's climbing up, and Michael just keeps stabbing that thing. That was a pretty cool scene as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about you, Graham?
Well, as I did say, Daniel Harris has a standout. That's shout out to Max the dog.
Yeah,
he's probably second best thing on this.
Best supporting actor.
Yeah, best supporting. Yeah. Unlike the boyfriend who was a little rough, the dog was brand new.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Little Billy, I mentioned Little Billy. The kid actor's name escapes me, but he was good for what it was. Showing empathy for Jamie Lee's plight. And as bad as some of this stuff was, the guy who played Myers for his one half wasn't bad. All right, you can argue that the whole showing of the face was unjustified, but that's just putting the tin lid on the cock calling the kettle black in this movie. So. You know.
Yeah, I think as you said earlier, Graham, perhaps they were trying to do something different with that.
Yeah,
like, in his face a little bit more. I don't know, but it just didn't seem necessary to the plot to do that. They didn't have to do that. I mean, because the whole idea of Myers is it's the mystique, isn't it? It's behind the mask. It's he's not. You don't see. Any emotion or anything like that. You just read that mask any way you want. That's what gave him the edge more. But the moment you start seeing him and even seeing like a tear come down his eye, it's like humanizing him.
What the hell? Yeah.
You know, and you don't want to humanize him, you know.
Well, yes, they're hoping because, you know, that seems to be the trend in pop culture that you're supposed to understand all these horror characters, and they all have their own inner world and reasons for doing it, and you're supposed to sympathize with the serial killer and whatnot.
And they pushed that envelope an awful lot with Rob Zombie's first film, didn't they? You know, like trying to explain why the motive as to why he did it, and see him as a boy and how he ticked and how his family was dysfunctional and all this. Yeah. And none of that was necessary.
No.
At all. Yeah, Sweet Home Alabama, that first one.
About half an hour or 40 minutes. You could have cut that out, really, to be honest.
Well, that's the whole thing that makes it that makes Michael Myers scary in the first couple of movies, that you don't know what's going on inside of his head, and for some reason there's this absolute evil in that child and then in that grown man, and nobody knows why or what you can do against it.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
Yeah, he's just supposed to be this unstoppable force, really. Yeah. You know, with no clear real reason, rhyme and reason as to why he's doing these things.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's like
he's obviously like really kind of like, he's a very unique character in that way. He doesn't speak.
Nope.
He's as Loomis said, inhumanly patient. He can wait and wait and wait for his time. I mean, he waited 15 years in a mental asylum before he broke out and went back to Haddonfield, and never said a word all that time. Just stared at a wall. So this guy's something else, you know.
Yeah.
I'll give Donald Pleasant his due. As much as creepy Uncle Loomis was completely off the wall in this movie, he was still good in this. The one quote that stood out for me was the bit when he's talking to Bo Starr's sheriff. Was it Mika, whatever the hell his name was? But but it's like, I sat there 12 years ago and waited for him to go to hell, but hell wouldn't have him. You're like, ooh.
That's a good line. Yeah, he does get some good ones. Yeah. But it's a shame. It's a shame when you look back. You know, despite how batshit crazy Loomis was in this one, it's a sadness when he died and his presence was felt, I think, in the later ones that he wasn't around.
Yeah. Well, we've got one there of him, to be fair.
You know, even with like H2O, because that was a few, you know.
They wrote it into H2O.
2 years after he died, about 3 years after he died, it's just a shame that he, you know, from I think a lot of people kind of missed him, you know, not being there anymore. It was kind of because he was like a constant for a long time.
To be fair, when it comes to the Rob Zombie too, I'd say Andy McDowell's portrayal of Loomis is the only thing that remains kind of somewhat similar. So in that respect, he was fine in the Rob Zombie too. But everything else, it was like, what the hell?
I actually preferred the outtakes more than the film with him in, because he was hysterical in the outtakes. I don't know if that is you want to see that? No, that's more entertaining.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Rob Zombie
funny. He's so funny. Him and Brad Dourif together cracked me up, you know.
Brad Dourif? Chucky, was he?
Brad Dourif was Sheriff Brackett in the zombie.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He played Brackett.
Maybe I'll just watch the outtakes instead of the movie.
Oh, it's on YouTube. It's really funny.
All right.
Cool. Malcolm McDowell he's fucking right.
I see Andy McDowell. That's a check. My bad. Malcolm McDowell.
McDowell.
Holy crap!
Oh, we knew who we were talking about.
Oh man, I'm getting old.
Yeah, you don't hear of Andy McDowell anymore.
Well, you know, after that remake, America on 34th Street, it kind of went to pot, didn't it?
I did like Roddy McDowell, though. He was great. Yeah.
Roddy, yeah.
Roddy, you know, Planet of the Apes.
Mm-hmm. But the one thing that was kind of interesting in that movie, I mean, even though it was badly done, but just the idea of Loomis going that crazy, you know, it's creepy Uncle Loomis, whatever. He's becoming more and more like Michael. I mean, not in the silent way, but in this, I have this singular purpose that I'm going after, and everything else doesn't matter.
There's actually a psychological term for that. I can't remember what it is, whereby.
Was it a session with a killer, or you mean?
Yeah. Whereby you show the same tendencies as the patient you're trying to treat. I can't remember the terminology for it.
I don't know the name of it, but
I can't. But it's the old, if you stare into the abyss long enough, the abyss stares back into you thingy. Yeah.
If you stare into the sun long enough, you'll burn your eyes.
That is true, though. You're right. He does seem to be like a man on a mission, doesn't he? As the films go along, and he's more and more obsessed with just getting Myers. You know, that's the only thing he's really focused on. You're right.
Yep.
Yeah. And this one was like he's pushed right over the edge. You know, Yeah, I mean, some of the performances were dire. We have to admit, the two cops were just ludicrous.
Just for clarification, for any of the listeners out here, there's actually a pretty good documentary about the behind the scenes of this movie on YouTube.
I think I've seen that.
I can't remember the name of it, but I watched it a while back. And as bad as the actors were in this, they did seem to strike up a pretty good camaraderie behind the scenes, even with everybody.
They had the whole run of this hotel or something. They ran
that's right. Yeah,
3 a.m.
Yeah.
They were coming on
even
set half pissed.
A night where I think it was Daniel Harris's birthday, and everybody just got plastered, and obviously she went to bed at a certain time. So,
and she's going around with little Daniel Harris. It's like she's so tiny. She's got the Halloween mask on, running around like pretending to stab them and that.
Yeah, I watched that a while back. It's quite good. As bad as this movie is, that documentary's 10 times better.
In terms of them, like the making of it, they had a riot making it. It was real fun. It was like beach party. They ran like pool parties. They had the whole run of this empty hotel. So actually, the whole lot of it.
Yeah, for about 3-4 weeks, or however long it took to shoot. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah, and I don't know how long it took. 3 or 4 weeks, maybe.
They made them 6, though, I'd reckon. Yeah,
doesn't take that long, I don't think. But they were having a great time down there. Yeah.
Fair play. Have a good time. Get paid, no matter how bad it might be.
Somebody had a good time.
Yeah. So there was good positives from it. In that way, it's just something went wrong when it got released.
They should have known that the shit was going to hit the fan when this thing had 3 writers' names attached to it. You're like, what?
That was similar with Halloween 4, though. There was about 3 or 4 writers on that as well.
Yeah.
Or silent writers, and then they had the one main name, like screenplay by blah blah blah. But you worry when you see that kind of thing, when there's like 3 or 4 writers on something. You think, oh god. This is a bit. This could go tits up.
Whether it's a film or a TV episode, shouldn't even have 2 writers tops.
Yeah, generally, yeah. That used to be the consensus mostly, didn't it? It was either 1 or 2, but 3 or 4, and you think,
no, too many cooks spoil the broth, as I say.
So then it leads right, that we got the gunfight at the OK Corral at the end in the jail cell.
Yeah.
And the whole place is like, even all the bars are bent and mangled. I thought, what the bloody hell?
An explosion done that, okay.
How did they do that? Yeah.
It looks like the whole army went through there.
Yeah, he just barreled through.
One guy. There. What the fuck?
One guy with a submachine gun or something, I think.
Yeah.
Just ploughed into them. Sprayed
Apparently
them.
Killed everybody in the Bodywell place, and you're like, really?
Yeah, a complete massacre. And get old abduct little Danielle and Myers.
Danielle's fine.
You find this out later on. They do a flashback thing where they show a bit, don't they, of that? Danielle, as to how they got them, got them out of there. But it was just nuts, and the end line in it kind of summed up the whole film, really, because Danielle just goes, "No."
Yeah. Twice.
The echoes off. And then everyone in the audience, when the credits are coming, goes, "I know exactly what she means."
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Feeling that girl.
The lights come up in the cinema. People are looking at each other. People are pissed. The popcorn goes flying. Yeah.
Saying that's 95 minutes of my life I can't get back.
Yeah. That's 95 minutes of my life. I can only justify maybe 15 in total, Yeah.
So there we are. So that somehow Halloween 5 was released, and it's there. It's consigned. It's there in the history books. We can't.
Question before we wrap.
Yeah.
Why was this subtitled "The Revenge of Michael Myers"? It was more like, I don't know, the stalking Michael Myers. Who was it for revenge for? Obviously Jamie, but you're like,
yeah.
I don't get the reference.
You could call that any film with him in revenge, because he's always out trying to kill everyone.
Exactly.
He's not really revenge.
Even Jaws got a revenge. Fuck you, Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's taken. The last movie ended with you guys throwing me down a mine shaft and trying to blow me up.
Oh, Revenge on the Town. Okay. Yeah. I can see that.
You're going to get it for doing that to me. Yeah. I'm not happy with you.
And he pretty much kills, except for Jamie, he kills everybody who got away in the previous movie.
Yeah.
To be fair, no, it wasn't. I never. It was the other guy who killed Bo Starr, apparently.
Was it the other guy? Oh, he shot him. Oh, he was in the thing, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, I'm assuming so. I never saw the body, but I'm assuming he was amongst all that rubble somewhere. Yeah.
No. I think Bo Starr didn't get killed. I'm just thinking of something. There was a mention, I think, in Halloween 6 about him.
Really?
And Loomis says, "Can I see? What's his name? What was his character? Sheriff Meeker. Yeah. Oh, Sheriff Meeker's retired and moved to another state or something.
Really?
Yeah. So he got. There is a bit where he gets name dropped.
All right. Well, I guess you ran at the back door, coward.
He wasn't there at the station when it happened. He mustn't have been.
Okay.
I thought he was there right at the end when it says he'll get locked up and.
Or he got out. They got out. I don't know whatever happened. Again, they had loads of problems where they continuity anyway.
Yeah, you're like, hang on, he was there a minute ago, and now you're trying to tell me.
So now he's somehow survived it with a throwaway line saying he's retired and moved to, Kathmandu or somewhere.
We can't kill Bo Starr. Yeah.
So he never got killed at all.
Okay.
6 years after, yeah.
The one that got away.
The one that got, but one of the very few, yeah.
Yeah.
Got away.
And that was the film that was.
That was Halloween 5. Yeah. And I'm kind of like breathing an inner sigh of relief.
Thank God that's over.
It's a collective sigh of relief, isn't it?
Hang on to your hat, kids. It only gets worse next time.
All right. Okay, guys. It's been a pleasure having you on.
Oh, the pleasure, mate.
For this one. And we will, of course, move on in our journey of these Halloween films and try and tackle Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers.
Oh, God.
So it's gone from pain to curse.
What our curse, goddammit.
We will be cursed after we watch it again, yeah.
I betcha.
So until then, guys, thanks very much. And we will see you very soon.
See you, Frank.
See ya.
Frank. Bye.